our initiative is just a natural progression of what we've been doing for the last 10 years. We've had to build up to this point. We set expectations and started gathering data and embedding EID in our guidelines with outside counsel and our vendor agreements. We've been slowly moving to that point, or it felt like it was very slow, in putting it in our RFPs and our expectations along the way. And that positioned us to use data to develop this programmatic approach, building on those tools that we already had. What's different, though, about what we're doing is an explicit recognition that we, Kaiser and our outside counsel firms, we're shooting for the same target. Often it seems like, when you're in this quest, meet those diversity goals, it seems like your adversaries in a war. And in fact, we're all having shared goals. And so our initiative is really very intentionally collaborative with our outside law firms, looking at their goals and ours, and coming together to partner on how can we move forward based on the data. And sometimes the data that we're able to bring to them is, we're looking at it from a different perspective than they were. And so the pilot's been really well received. The firms have brought innovative solutions to introducing diverse lawyers to the Kaiser team that aligns with our business needs. And then we've been involved in talent development plans with their teams. So we think we know that we're going to use this type of evidence-based program as a cornerstone of our EID strategy moving forward, because it combines transparency and collaboration and communication and scale in a way that we think will position us to continue to be a leader and propel change in this area.
We were fortunate enough to have worked with Kaiser on their outside counsel guideline update, which laid a foundation for everything they're doing, because it embedded a very forward-looking data strategy, along with very clear messaging about how important diversity and inclusion is to Kaiser. So this was a natural next step. But before you decide where you're going to go, you need to understand where you are. And so we worked with Kaiser on ensuring they had the data they needed, and then creating a baseline, and then a baseline of a diversity baseline across a pilot set of firms, and then tools that enabled Kaiser to take the ball and run with it. So playbooks and other facilitating tools that allowed the internal attorneys to have challenging conversations, or great conversations, or any conversations around data with their firms, and promote mindful staffing. As Tamara said, this was a very collaborative approach, and I just want to reiterate that that is very much in keeping with the Kaiser culture of partnering with their law firms to further shared goals, and that's one of the things that's so impressive about them.